All right, Bacon Brothers. What's up, everybody? Impromptu, fucking retro rampage for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. This was Zach's
Yeah,
idea.
we
Out of
fucking
nowhere, we're doing.
yeah. I'm like, hey, you guys want to play fucking an impromptu fucking retro rampage? Yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, I don't know. Aaron's like, I don't know. I'm sick. I've been sleeping all day, and which is to me, it's like, oh well, then what the fuck reason shouldn't you do it? I mean, you haven't done anything else all day. Let's just fucking do this. Can you just stand up and go to your computer desk? But no. Anyway, I grabbed him by the hand. I forced him to fucking get here and all this shit. And I'm like, hey, we should do this game, Dead Rising 4, because it's it's a Christmas game and it's Christmas. Just in case you didn't know. But
I didn't know.
yeah, so
Like you didn't
we're
know.
gonna play this, and I played this like 2 years ago when it came out, and I liked it. This is the version that has all the shit in there, the DLC and everything. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, but I don't even think they can hear it because whenever I share screens, it doesn't share on my audio, so they're fuckboys and they can't hear it.
How long have you had this up? Because it's saying our total views right now are at 251.
It's been up for fucking ever, and I just now like
He's like, yeah, I'm sick. And then later on, he's like, yeah, I just beat Metal Gear Solid 5.
I was. No, I really was. I've been off and on. I've been dealing
Yeah,
with
I swear to God, I'm sick. I can't go to school.
You can help me shave my armpits.
I'll go to school.
Gross, I'll go to school. No, but I did. I finally beat MGS5.
so
And
you
it
want to
blows me
talk
away
about
because.
it?
Yeah, so I haven't.
So spoiler
touched-
alert, anybody that hasn't beat fucking Resident
Let me finish. Spoiler alert. Fine. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I haven't. What baffled me the most is the fact that I haven't touched the game since like late August. I think it was like late August because I was so frustrated because the pacing of the back half of that game is fucking ridiculous. It's like the chapter 1 is like the real game, and it moves at an alright flow. Then all of a sudden, once chapter 2 hits, it's like I come to find out there's only 2 like actual canon stories, like chapter 45 and 46 in the entire like second chapter of the game. And it's all spread out by just doing hours and hours of side missions and stupid shit. And they don't really tell you what to do. You don't really know what you're doing. Like, okay, well, how do I progress the story? Do I just keep doing more side missions? Or I was Googling it, and no, a lot of people don't really know. It's like, well, I tried just doing side missions, and that worked in the first part. And somebody's like, well, I think in the second part, it's more about hours played where it'll finally progress. And then somebody's like, I don't know, I played side missions, and then I would make sure I read all the tapes, and I think that prompted like some of the story. The fact that nobody knows and then people just kind of had to figure it out was kind of stupid. But anyway, the fact that I was at the very end of the game this whole time, like when I quit the game in August, I could have beat the game back then because I started playing it I think last night or this morning. I don't even remember. I've been in a sick haze. But as soon as I turned it back on for the first time about 5 months, I had a new chapter. I had the quiet, her like exit from the game, that whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it just showed up. So I'm like, okay, maybe it is just time. I don't know, because it just fucking appeared. And I played that, and then nothing else happened. And then I literally put like 7 hours in doing side ops. And then I looked online, and somebody suggested listening to all the tapes. So I did that, and then as soon as I made sure I listened to every single tape, the chapter 46 appeared, which was the truth. And I'm like, okay. And I played that, and it just kind of ended abruptly. I thought the ending was very abrupt, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was weird, because the flow was all fucked up. The game's flow was fucked. And if chapter 2 only consisted of Quiet's exit, I think it's the disappearance or whatever, Quiet's end or whatever, and the truth, they could have easily consolidated that into one chapter, right? I didn't need like 15 hours of side up shit gapped between it. It was really fucking weird, and it kind of takes you out of the game. It takes you out of the loop, and it takes you out of the flow. So it really hit me out of nowhere when it ended. And the fact that they make you play the first mission of the game all over again as the last mission is kind of stupid. Like, I get it. It's been such a while at that point in the game since you played the first mission that maybe it's like a refresher to kind of make the twist more potent. but they really could have summed that up in like some video, right? Because the mission was the exact same. It was identical, except they tacked on that different cinematic, that revealed that he was the decoy, the Phantom Snake or whatever boss. I don't know. It just seemed like it was there to pad a little bit, to redo it like that, and the ending seemed really tacked on in general. It's like it ends abruptly, and all of a sudden we just get a timeline to explain what happened. 19 whatever, this happened. 19 whatever, Eli runs off to the UK, blah 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 blah.
You know
blah,
what?
blah.
If you didn't fucking do your whole soy boy like, oh, I'm not gonna play it for months, you would it would all make sense how they did it though. So
No, you know
all
what?
the games
Dude,
do that. All the games have that little timeline at the end of them.
No, to be honest, yeah, we doing it live though. What's up, Mom Hunter for Life?
Is that Mac or is that someone else?
Is that you, Mac?
What, Mom Hunter?
Yeah.
No, this is actually someone who watched me play Resident Evil a while back. So-
Mom Hunter for Life. Do we know you from YouTube? If so, feel free to dox yourself, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Just so we can give you the shout out and props. But no, you're right. It does the timeline thing, but still, and I think it would have seemed less abrupt had I not hit that snag and walked away for like 5 months. But still, I don't think so. I think the snag would have still been there because I was still stuck and I was frustrated because it doesn't change the fact that the pacing of that chapter 2 was horseshit. And I think it should just all be consolidated. And if they're going to have a chapter 2, it almost insinuates that there should be at least a chapter 3.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube.
They did it exactly.
I heard about that.
They did it exactly the same way fucking Portable Ops is, or whatever the fuck it is, Wind Talker or whatever the fuck. The fucking like final epilogue section is split into like a chapter 2 rather than like, oh, epilogue. It just goes, oh, chapter 2, and it's like there's just like 5 more minutes of story. And it's like, why did they do that? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it could have been condensed, and I would have been much happier if they just would have threw that at the end of a chapter 1, right, and just called it one game and spread out those missions a little bit more, because naturally you don't have to do that many side offs in the first chapter of the game, like up to the point where you kill No Face and stuff like that. It goes very natural.
Mom Hunter for Life is Gage Thent, baby.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Merry Christmas.
That's our boy. What'd you get for fucking Christmas, Gage? What'd you do with the families?
Me
and Aaron obviously got
a mom.
We both have sisters that gave us this dog fucking shirts.
I can't even see you, man. I mean, the way my setup is, you're so okay. Well, yeah, I can't see you. You're like this big on my screen.
Yeah, my sister gave me this dog fucking shirt, and Aaron's sister gave him his that dang shirt, and our sisters are the same.
I buy my own clothes.
You should pull up Twitch on your other computer. He'll be bigger.
I don't have to fucking see him.
I have Twitch on both my.
But yeah, I need to get 2 fucking monitors, and then I won't have to have everything minimized onto one fucking screen whenever I share it.
I've got Twitch on my second monitor, but I guess I could have solved this by turning off nighttime mode, but I wanted this monitor to have a window up with a bright screen so I can have some light, so I have a different website up. I got Blabbermouth up because it's a nice cool gray and it's perfect.
Why don't you just use both Twitch, because they're both white?
Well, no, no. That's what I'm saying. I probably should have set it back to daytime view or whatever, because I got it set on nighttime mode on Twitch, so everything's dark.
Yeah.
So whatever. I'm not too worried about it. I can see the questions. I just can't see Zach.
Gage,
I just want to know something about. I just want to know something real quick.
Yeah, you hurry up and say that, bitch, so I can move on.
Quiet. Did you ever try and get her back? Did she leave for good on your game?
Okay, so you have to fill me in. So yeah. That's how I think I unlocked the chapter 46, the true ending. I think I had to do that because she left, and then I did some things to unlock mission 45.
You had to keep replaying the quiet mission.
I don't know if that's it. I don't know what triggered it. I really don't.
Did you get quiet back as a thing? Because you can get her back by
she's gone.
that.
No, so 45 is that mission with quiet, and then she talks in English and she's gone, and I get the tape, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then then as soon as I got that tape, I played some missions for a while, and then I listened to all the tapes, and I unlocked 46, which was the final truth mission, and that was it. So I don't know if you're saying there's a way to unlock her to where she can be in my afterplay.
Yeah,
as my
she
buddy?
can stay. Like,
Is it too late to do that still?
no, all you do is repeat. It fucking sucks. I mean, it's easy, but you just repeat the quiet mission 10 times.
You mean where I got to kill her the first time?
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
play that mission over and over again, and then after you do
Can
it
I play
10
the easy
times,
one? Can I avoid the extreme one? Because the extreme one was
The
tough.
normal
I tried
one.
beating that.
Just
Yeah,
do
I
the
think it's
normal
just
one.
normal.
Yeah, I like her. She was my lady, man. She was my buddy. I
I
never
never used her. I never gave a fuck. I always used the dog.
I never
Oh, she was dank.
I always kept her, and I probably still would. But what's funny is I avoided. I must have missed it at the very beginning of the game. I didn't get D-Dog. I didn't get D-Dog till much later.
Yeah,
So
he told me that. He was like, I was like, yeah, you should have just came across him. I think the first time
Dude,
you
it's
run
been a
into
while, I
him
don't
is on the side ops mission. And then he's like, yeah, I don't do those. I'm like, you fucking Riri.
I never got him, and you know what? So because of that, I never got D-Dog developed. Like literally before I beat the game, I went to base, and he was still a little puppy, coming up to me, licking me. Like he never grew up.
You suck. If you would have got him all built up, you would have never had to mark people on your map or anything. You never had to go around finding fucking plants, and he would just mark them for you. He's donk.
Yeah, he pisses on everything. It's
Yeah,
great.
I don't know. I never knew how to make him grow up because I visited the base like quite a few times, and it was that same cutscene where he's a puppy. Try and come back more often. Blah. And he's like licking me and stuff. I don't know at what point he grows up, but
I think you just have to keep doing more side missions.
I guess so. Gage sent, he says, Merry Christmas. He ate food, he says, and he got some weightlifting shit. What kind of weightlifting shit, man? Steroids?
He got that C4.
I've been thinking about getting some
Cellucor,
weightlifting
Cellucor?
shit. I need to get some weightlifting shit.
Zach, you should, man. That's the next
Zach,
step.
get C4 and fucking just sit on that bike you got, man. You'll be on it for fucking 24 hours, I swear to God.
Pre-workout, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, dude, the C4, it's fucking intense. I still have it. I fucking can't stand it. It makes me all tingly, and I just don't like that feeling.
That
Aren't
stuff wears
supplements
off.
like, isn't that bullshit?
Yeah, it does after a while.
Or do they really
No, I mean
do
like
anything?
it loses its effect if you keep taking that. Like it's just gonna like it'd be a drink
Oh,
of
it
Kool-Aid.
never went away from me.
I'm telling you, if you go to the gym 5-6 times a week, it'll wear off. Feel like all right, whatever.
Dude, I used to go every night after work and run and fucking lift and all that. It never went away from me.
But
It was
you know,
the worst feeling ever.
Zach, that's probably the next step for you, man, because I was listening to your guys' Lep in the Hood 2 commentary, and you guys were talking about it, which that was a good commentary, by the way. But
I don't remember any half of it after we got fucking drunk, dude. I get blacked out.
you guys talked about everything except for the movie. You guys went to every other direction. But
Exactly.
no, Zach, you're 6'3", you're under 200 pounds or 200 give or take. You're not considered overweight, even like your BMI. You're technically within your range. You're so fucking tall, man. I mean, you can keep going. You can keep getting thinner and thinner, but it's like, I don't know, if you lost more than like 15, 20 pounds, you're just going to be a stick. I mean, if that's what
Yeah.
you want, that's cool. Or you can start putting on some muscle. Like, you don't have to get all fucking jacked because you're the type of guy where you're barrel chested probably, and you're just a tall guy. You probably have what it takes to become quite a fucking, like, put on some muscle. Like, you can be a big dude. So it just depends on what
Push it
you
to the
want.
limit, baby.
It depends on what you want to do. But I would have never suggested that when you started this journey. Like, people that are overweight or whatever, unhealthy, don't go in it like, okay, I'm going to change my diet and I'm going to start hitting the gym. That's a big mistake. You adjust the eating first. You've been doing that for a year. Now's the time where you like introduce a little bit of the routine. And even then I wouldn't get too crazy. I would just do something very basic.
Start doing more like with your chest.
I would start off like for the first month, 2 days a week and do a full body.
Legs.
Just full body. Go in 2 days a week. Don't do, because you'll learn a lot of the terminology. Like a lot of people do bro splits, where it's like one day is just chest, one day is straight up shoulders. No, I would just go twice a week for a month and just do a full body each day. Just kind of get yourself used to it. And to be honest with you, if you're not used to doing that stuff, that'll be just as effective as if you do kill yourself in the gym because your body's not used to it. And then there's what they call newbie gains. If you're in that circle, but basically if you've never been muscular, you've never been in the gym, or you've never done that stuff, you're going to get big fast. You're going to get all your gains fucking quick. You're going to make like a total life-changing shift in 3 months, and you can be jacked. And then from there, once you get more experience, it slows down. Then you see all these guys that are more experienced in the gym, and they literally go through that bulking phase, lifting every day, fucking all the time. They go through the bulking and the cutting, only to maybe put on like a pound of muscle a year, and it's real slow going. But basically, I wish I could go back and relive what you could be doing right now, because it's really exciting, man. You could fucking be an Incredible Hulk within like 4 months. You should do it.
I don't know. I never really wanted to have muscles, though. I want to get rid of my man titties.
That's what I'm saying, man. Just go
work the chest, dude. Well, you don't have to. Like, if you want to avoid like being too big or anything like that, yeah, do body stuff.
And it's mostly, I think it's mostly like loose skin that are
suck on it, baby.
But I don't know. It's gonna be loose skin. But the thing is that's why also I think they recommend that people don't lose weight too fast. You aim to lose half a pound to a pound, no more than 2 pounds a week. You don't crash diet, because if you lose weight at a slow enough pace like that, it allows your skin to retract, like at a good pace. Those people that are really big and they crash diet, that's why they're left with all that fucking saggy shit. And it gets really hard to go away. But you lost it at a perfect pace. I don't know. I think if you just start doing push-ups and sit-ups and do like lunges and squats in your house, just shit like that, I would do circuits. Do like circuits.
Short circuits.
Do circuits. You take 5 minutes and you do X amount of push-ups, followed by X amount of burpees, followed by X amount of planking, or whatever, and you just repeat that circuit.
I'm gonna burp and fucking plank and shit. You're gonna set shit on me.
Take pictures of the planks though.
Yeah, that was a big thing like fucking 10 years ago. They were just showing up everywhere in memes, like planks everywhere. People were planking on their countertops in their kitchens. Their tables. It was weird.
Gage dock with other dudes.
I just watched that fucking South Park episode. That's funny.
Gage said, nah, he got a bunch of pre-workout BCAAs, protein powder, and some 25 and 30-pound dumbbells. As far as supplements, the only thing I do take are BCAAs, and glutamine, and you can usually buy those in a combination powder. Those are the only things that aren't like synthetic, and I don't know, they've been more or less, they have the most science backed behind it, that it helps muscle recovery and stuff like that. And that shit's in your body anyway. I guess they say your body can't naturally produce enough of glutamine. So I don't know. But I've never done creatine because that's in your body naturally anyway either. I don't do pre-workout. You don't need pre-workout. As long as you're getting enough sleep and you're eating right and in a consistent schedule, you don't need that stuff. It's just like caffeine. You think you need caffeine, you start drinking energy drinks, and you're drinking one of those once a day, you start popping twice a day, and you think you need it, you forget what it's like not working off that shit. So
yeah, anybody watching this, like, this guy sucks at playing. I never realized how hard it is to play on a screen minimized on your computer screen.
How big is the game screen?
It's you're seeing my screen. It's just fucking smaller than I'm used to. Like, it's hard to read shit.
But if you had 2 monitors, you could avoid that, right?
Mm-hmm. I need to get another one.
Let's see. Mom for Life, Gage, he says, creatine makes me look bloated. Fuck that shit. So I've never taken creatine in my life. Like, how long do you take the creatine, and how often before you say it makes you look bloated, not just feel bloated? Like, how long does it take for you to actually see a difference in how it makes you look, you think?
Did you guys get anything cool from family members for Christmas, babe?
I didn't really. I only got one thing this year, and it was actually kind of a surprise, and it wasn't much. I have a friend. I got a lot of friends in Europe and all over the world, and a friend of mine from the UK mailed me a Christmas card. They usually do actually every year, and with some like fudge that they made, I guess, and they were sending it out to people. But they also included a Donatello pop figure. Like, just that's all I got. I didn't really celebrate, but it was still cool to see that. I'm like, oh, it was a nice surprise. It was very thoughtful, because they see my shit on social media, how I have some of that stuff in my office, and
I got some shirts and my sister. I gave her my Amazon wish list, and she got me a game that I had on there, and my least favorite fucking Resident Evil game of the series. But
Survivor.
Resident Evil. Is it 6?
Oh gosh.
Oh,
yes.
on PS4?
I noticed that was on PC. That and the remake for 1 is $8 or $7.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get the rest of it. I don't got.
I got rid of that one. I need to get it again.
So you got it on PS4, Zach?
Yeah.
So I have it on PS3 or whatever, but around Halloween time they had a big Resident Evil sale, like part of a Halloween sale on the PSN network, and I double dipped. I bought
Everything.
I bought Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6. I didn't buy the Origins because I have a physical copy of that on PS4. I'm like, I won't do that. But I actually, that's when I got Alien Isolation, the complete pack of that, and I got a bunch of stuff. But and I got Code Veronica and stuff.
I got the fucking God of War collection, and then the Ascension or whatever that prequel's called. And
that's
then,
still on sale like through the first week of January, right?
Yeah, I got both those, and then.
But it's only available on PS3 version, right?
Yeah.
Like
That's
on your
all.
PS3.
It's only a PlayStation 3 only.
So I was gonna get that too. And the thing is I own physical copies of those, but for like what? They're like $1.50. They're nothing. I might get them just to have digital copies.
And I got the fucking Mortal Kombat XL.
Oh hell yeah!
And then
$5.
I got that for $5 just to have a digital copy of it, so I don't have to like swap out discs. And I didn't have enough space on my hard drive to even download it, so I have to make room.
Is this Manhunt?
Yeah.
I wish.
I also got on Xbox. They were selling the collection of BioShock, so I got that.
I got that on sale physical for Black Friday, actually, the physical copy.
Those are dad gobs.
I never played any of them, so I'm like, all right, this will be a good chance. Which I'm trying to decide what the next game. Now that I officially beat Metal Gear Solid, I'm like, okay, what am I going to play now until Resident Evil 2 comes out, which I have a month.
Resident Evil games.
Well, I have a month before RE2 comes out. I thought about Code Veronica, which I've played every other game.
And not Resident Evil 0.
Oh, my bad. I didn't finish 7.
Yeah, finish
0.
I don't want to play 0 right now. I don't.
Boy.
After playing the remake of the first one, I was kind of spent on those games. But I thought about reliving Code Veronica because I haven't beaten that. I haven't beaten that game since the Dreamcast, I don't think. And I loved it. Code Veronica, at the time when I played it, it was easily my third favorite game.
That was the hardest one for me.
Steve Bernstein was a total queer.
Oh yeah, gosh.
He's like, help me! He's like,
Claire. That's the best fucking character in any game. You guys.
He looked like Adrian. He looked like Eddie Furlong. I said Adrian because he just popped in the Omega. I said Adrian Furlong. What's up, Adrian?
Adrian, our boy.
Yo, Adrian, we did it.
Yeah, I noticed that all the Resident Evils are still on sale, and they have the Operation Raccoon City, and what's the other one? There was what was the multiplayer one?
There's the on-rail shooter. You're thinking of the
one that bombed.
You're like the SWAT team. What the fuck am I thinking?
Umbrella Corps. That's what
Umbrella Corps. Yeah.
I think it's like $5. I don't know. I can't remember. But they have all of them. I think Revelations 2 is like $1. I don't fucking remember.
Mendoza, he just said, I heard queer and I popped up like you were summoned. Sorry, bro.
What's up, Adrian? It's Gage Thint, baby.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Adrian. What'd you get for Christmas, dude? What'd you do to celebrate? Let us know.
You drink that eggnog? See, if I would just fucking hang out watching fucking Evil Ed porn and drinking eggnog while he comes. Then you can pretend the eggnog is his cubbies.
I couldn't find eggnog for fucking nothing, baby.
I never liked eggnog.
Really?
I used to love eggnog, but
love it. He sucked a huge cock.
He was summoned and he sucked a huge cock.
Hell
That's interesting. Yeah. So like it's like a guardian force or a summon in Final Fantasy. Is that what you do when I summon you against my enemies? You just suck their cocks?
Yeah, he just runs after them.
Yeah. No, so I'm trying to figure out what game I should play next. I have a month.
Dude, finish 7.
Okay, so I could finish 7. I could do.
It's Code so Veronica. Easy to finish.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm.
He gets sick playing it.
Part of me kind of wants to play 4 again because it's finally been forever. It's been long enough to where I think maybe I can revisit it.
I played through 4 recently because we were gonna I pulled out my PlayStation 3 and I was like, okay, all these games I can do, and I saw that PlayStation or Resident Evil 4 wasn't the save game wasn't played through all the way, so I was like, oh, I better finish that just in case he wants to do that because it was right at the end. And like, yeah, it's like, man, it doesn't matter how long, how far away I am from that game for how long. I come back to it, it's just like, man, I
Played
just
out.
feel like
So many different places you go to. It's
I
like,
feel
holy
like I
fuck.
just played it, like no matter how long it's been.
Yeah.
I beat it. Because between the GameCube, the Wii version, and the PS2 version, I beat it at least 6 times, which is a lot for me.
Does the helicopter guy still know a good bar?
I don't fucking know, man.
Thanks, I know a good bar.
Not anymore.
Yeah, me and Mac,
fucking
we
shot
used to
down.
just laugh our asses off at that part where he's like, "Hey, I
You
know
know
a
what-
great bar," and then he explodes.
You know what game I never beat, and I got all the way to the end, and I never beat it? RE5. I checked out. The thing is the game was fun. If I distance it from the Resident Evil series and just played an action game or whatever, it was fun. But the linearity of it and just the repetitiveness of just kill, explode. I don't know. I checked out. I got all the way to the end though, and I'm like, I just don't want to beat this boss. I don't know. I never came back. So maybe I should try.
5 was good for me because it had been forever since a Resident Evil game came out, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And I was so excited for it. But I actually recently bought the gold edition because I never beat like that special mansion.
I never even played it. I have the gold
Yeah, I
edition.
haven't either. So I bought it and I was playing it. And I was actually talking, I think, to Mom Hunter about it. Him and some other guy that was on there when I was playing 7. And they're like, yeah, we can play 5. And I was like, man, I don't even know if I could do it. Because when I went back, the controls were just, dude, I couldn't even run around that first mission where you have to beat the executioner, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. It was so hard. The controls were just fucked.
But I wish I could just play that mansion mode to see what it's all about. But an unpopular opinion, I don't. By all means, it's got its problems, but I don't hate 6 as much as everybody else because it's disjointed. It has an identity crisis. It doesn't know what it wants to be because it's split up into, Leon's is kind of the horror element of Resident Evil, which is the first time we saw zombies in a long time, and we kind of got horror in a long time. Chris Redfield's is the action. It's kind of like playing 5, but I do like the setting better where he's in China or whatever, and it's dark. And then Ada Wong's is the puzzles, like that element. And I don't even know what fucking Jake and Wesker, Shirley, what his whole thing was. I don't remember. So it was disjointed. It felt like 4 different games, and they were all like 4 different mini games. Like, they all took like 3 hours or so, a couple hours to beat a piece, and together they made like a normal length game. So ideally, I would have liked to have just had the Leon version in DC expanded. Give me that whole game. That should have been the entire game, like something around that. That was cool. But because the school bus was cool. It reminded me of Nightmare on Elm Street 2, right? Where you're the zombies at the beginning of the game and getting quarantined up in that one church, I think it was. But it was disjointed.
I think the Jake one was when they were running away from that huge mutant dude.
Yeah, it was like part 3. It was a bunch of like escape
Nemesis
scenarios.
Style. I liked it, but the funny thing is I'm the opposite of you. I stopped playing 6 just like you stopped with 5 because I just thought it was shit. Like I saved Leon for the last because he's my favorite out of all the characters. And I was like, oh yeah, his is probably gonna be the best, so I'll save him for later. And I remember Zach was playing and he fucking just went through everyone like ASAP, beat it with everyone. He was on Ada Wong when I came over. He already had it beat there like 20 times. And I was like, yeah, I still gotta beat it. And I fucking hated I hated the missions with Leon. Well, they all sucked.
There was no evidence to the fact at all, but he's like, you know what? I bet Leon's is gonna be the best despite evidence. I have no reason to think that, but I just think
because I saw his like that he had the more horror, like Aaron was saying, like the zombies, and I was tired of the fucking like what were they called?
G virus versus T virus. I don't know.
Yeah, like, dude, I fucking hated it.
He was fighting the T-virus zombies, like those. Yeah, it was cool, and
so that's why I liked it more. But then the levels were just garbage, so I had to stop.
And it was just very much like Resident Evil because it was in DC, it was in America, and like I said, the confined school bus was neat. And then pretty much after that, you go straight to you're in the church or like whatever that is, and it felt like a zombie game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I liked it for what it was, but it was over too quick. And then, like I said, it was disjointed. It's like, okay, well now I'm in Chris mode. All right. I mean, I appreciate what they were trying to do with the whole. Meanwhile, this is what's going on with Chris, but the idea that they all come together and the things are, yeah, right. I mean, what universe do we live in? This is so ridiculous. And once you beat the original game, that's when you unlocked Ada. If you beat all the first 3 campaigns, and I never finished Ada. I mean, I don't know. I was kind of burnt out at that point. Like I'm done. But but I beat the principal game, and I don't remember what happens. I don't remember anything about it. I don't the ending was. I don't care. I guess it might be fun. It might be fun to play the Leon part again, just because I know it won't take more than a fucking couple hours of my life. But I got really
I'm trying to
sick.
get out of this fucking.
Look at that guy's face.
I'm trying to get out of this
Look at him.
camera
Purge.
taking
I'm gonna
thing.
purge all over his face.
But what was I gonna say?
Reminds me of Fallout when you're making your character's face.
Something I hated in Resident Evil 6, which I know was present in the last couple of games, but it just became overkill at that point, was the QuickTime events. I'm like, I'm so fucking done with this, man. And that was a huge even on the Leon campaign. It's like the very first thing you do in the game, you're on that school bus. There's like QuickTime events, the bus falling. Like, I'm so done with this. This isn't a game to me. And I thought that trend was over. So I was blown away when Mortal Kombat X came out like 4 years ago, and they were still 4 or 5, and they were still doing that shit. I'm like, is this the only game in this generation that's doing that? Or did the new God of War do QuickTime events too?
I think it does.
Fuck, man. When's that gonna die? I don't like it. Because sometimes I just want to like watch a cinematic. Like, I get it. This game's gonna be like 90% movies now because that's the way games are. But let me just sit down and take a break, take a drink.
Well, I mean, at least it's not like Metal Gear Solid where they just make you watch a 5-hour movie.
That would be better.
They at least let you include yourself. Like, you have to be ready for it.
Shut up, Mac. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Shut up. Quit acting like you like QuickTime events all of a sudden.
But no, that's the.
I don't have a problem with it.
I get it. That's the aim of it.
Because you're cut.
They want to keep the player engaged while they're force feeding you a fucking movie. But no. I don't want it. Like, if I have to watch a movie, that's my opportunity to chill for a second, take a drink, and I hate being caught by surprise. Like, holy shit! Or I always got to be on my game to press the fucking buttons. You know, like, let me just drink my drink.
See, I'm where I was before I fucking restarted from the last checkpoint, because I got to this and it's like, oh, follow her. She was just standing there. I'm not going anywhere. Like, you gonna fucking go?
Zach looks like Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
Hey,
Gage says
that guy looks like
movies.
Tom Selleck.
Wait a minute. Is that Tom Selleck?
Ada Wong would get smashed in the movies. Do you mean like in a sexual way? I've never seen the movies. I only saw the first.
Dude, me and was it you, Gage, when we were talking about fucking Rebecca? She should be in like a newer one, a newer game.
A newer game. Oh, bring her back.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
So do
I, Adrian.
No, I like Metal Gear Cinematics too. I don't know. It's fun the first time around. Like, I've been wanting to relive 4, but I haven't been able to go back and play 4. I don't want to go back and play 4 a second time because I feel
so
like
fucking long with the movies.
Yeah, it's just
that's so funny because like the part where it shows fucking Liquid Snake out on the fucking river, and he like points his hand and starts killing people with his hand when he shuts off their nano communication.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I fell asleep on that part, woke up like 2 hours later, and it was still doing that same like fucking little movie.
So I've told the story. I've told the story to Zach at least before, but like when I first played Metal Gear 4, I was enamored by it. I did enjoy it. Like, it was good.
It was great.
I just don't know if I just think it might be a first time thing. Like, you get the most out of it the first go around, but now it's like, now that I know how much of it's cinematic, it's like, I already know the story. Do I really want to sit through all that? I could just watch that on YouTube, you know, and get, because there's not that much gameplay. I could literally just watch the short end of it on YouTube and the movies. But when I beat that game, I stayed up all night because I knew I was at the end. I'm like, all right. And I had to work at 5 a.m. the next morning. So I got up at around 4. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to sacrifice and stay up a little late. It's okay. I won't get much sleep. And I'm like, I'm at the end. And I beat it. I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to reap my rewards and see the ending. The ending was like, I think I clocked it like, what, hour and 45 minutes? It just kept going and going and going. And then it ended at like 4 in the morning. I'm like, well, fuck, I gotta go to work. And it was just so long. But
what a fucking noob. What made you think that the ending was gonna be short?
Yeah, because, right.
I mean, but the ending, no ending was that long in previous games. In 2 or 3, they were not that long. That was insane. Do you think Love?
Yeah, I think 4. I think 4 had had the longest movies in it.
It was huge. It did no shit. It was feature length. The ending.
I just loved how much they put into the game, though. Like, gameplay wise, like there's so much shit to do.
See, I can't remember much about the gameplay. That all I have burned in my memory is the story.
The outfit. Oh man,
I kind of want to go back. I kind of want to go back and play it just so I can experience some of the gameplay. But it was good. The ending was great, and to me, 4 story-wise is the most satisfying because they just wrapped everything up. You know, all the weird plot holes from 2 and 3, and they plugged it all and made it all fit. And it was very, 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 very satisfying. And it had an amazing ending. You know, Snake, he went out the way you want to because he was an anti-hero. He was kind of inspired by, I think, anti-heroes in movies like Rambo and shit like that, where they don't get the girl in the end. They're kind of a living martyr.
Oh yeah, he was inspired by fucking New York.
Adrian
New York, baby.
said, "Snake, do you think that
Well,
love
Big
can
Boss was.
bloom on the battlefield?"
Yeah, it's a great.
Snake, do you believe that love can bloom on the battlefield?
Because grown men talk like
Otacon.
that. Grown men talk like that when they're alone, holding each other in their arms and stuff. I don't know.
Ew.
But so you did play the first Metal Gear Solid, Adrian. To me, that's my favorite one to this day.
Dude,
It's
2,
still-
even though Snake wasn't really in it, 2 is fucking amazing.
2's my least favorite. Bottom.
What?
I think it's good by normal game standards, like especially games that were out. It was still top of the heap, but the story was the most convoluted, the hardest to follow.
Oh, it was fucked, but it was amazing.
And the gameplay got a little. I got tired of being on Big Shell. I got tired of that environment, whereas I never got tired of Shadow Moses. And the first game, I liked it because the story was very, very clever. It was awesome, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, you know, in hindsight, it was simple once you consider what we got later. But I love the simple story of where it was at that point. I love the characters. All the bosses are the best, you know.
Did you play Twin Snakes ever on the GameCube?
I watched my brother play it. I didn't play it
You
myself.
never played it? What the fuck, dude? You're missing out.
That's the one I'd want to do, like
You
for a
need
live
to.
stream. I want to do it. I have it. I have a ROM of it, you know, because I've got an emulator set up on this PC, and I've got a Twin Snakes ROM, so that's the way I could stream it. But I would like to play it. I watched my brother play it, and so I got the effect of it, and I get it. It was basically Metal Gear Solid 1 remade with the MGS2
Kinda
engine.
like Resident Evil.
And it was made with the MGS2 engine,
Yeah.
so it looked like MGS2. But I don't know what it is, man. They like called back all the old voice actors to come in and redub everything, and they all phoned it in. It's I don't understand. Were they not getting paid scale or something? And I don't know what it is either, because
I don't know.
They got rid of-
fine to me.
they got rid of all the cliche accents and shit, you know, because Naomi and stuff like that. And I get it. The actors who portrayed people like Naomi and Mei Ling, they were American. They didn't have any of those cliche accents. So I don't know if from the first game and the remake, they got.
I think Naomi stayed the same because they've used her actor for a really long time.
No. The actors were the same, but they ditched the accents they had in the first game.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So, because if it's the same way, if you play part 2 came out first, and part 2, the Russians had Russian accents. It's the enemy. We need help.
Hold on, Zach. Say it. Say what? Fucking. God damn it. What's her name? Say love and victory.
I grew up on the battlefield, conflict, and victory with my parents.
Dude, that was like my favorite part. Like I was like, what the fuck?
You had to hear that every time you played the game. You couldn't
Exactly.
skip
When you had to
that.
restart that part and her fucking arms.
Isn't it funny how
hairy and
the shit that like you can't skip gets burned into your mind? Like I'll see you around like a donut, Carl, on fucking Grand Theft Auto.
GTA.
But anyway, so even though the accents, I had friends that were Russian, and they're like, those are the fucking worst Russian accents we've ever heard in our lives, you know. But I like
amazing.
it. I like the cheesy Russian accents. I like the extent they went to you know, the efforts they put in the game. Then we get Metal Gear Solid 3, and it takes place in Russia, and then they all have English accents, like American accents. Like, what the fuck? And it kind of takes you out of it.
The soldiers do?
Yeah, everybody.
I thought some of them didn't. I thought some of them had accents.
I thought they all did, except for Vulcan. He kind of has this weird, you know, you'll pay
he
for
was
what
more
you
like
did
a
to
fucking
Ivan.
Yeah, he was like an Arnold Schwarzenegger type guy.
Yeah, but no, they ditched it. And so my only theory is, because the Twin Snakes came out around the time 3 did, probably between 2 and 3, and that must have been the start of it. I don't know if they got attacked by the PC police or something, because it makes no sense, because you think they would have just literally ported over the same audio tracks if they got the same actors. because at first I was thinking, well, maybe it's not the same cast, and they had something happen legally, and they had to recast it to redo it. But no, they're all the same people.
I think
So
it's just I think it's just you. Everybody else thought like, oh yeah, they made the fucking voice acting better. Like the old ones are fucking retarded.
No. But when I found out that they brought back the same actors, I'm like, well, then why'd they change their accents? There must have been something there. That must have been why they had to bring them back. Like, okay, we got to do this again. But you guys, Mei Ling, we can't do a cliche, stereotypical Chinese accent because it was over the top. Oh, we're snake. Oh, family, sorry, snake. Oh, it was pretty fucking offensive, I guess. But it was funny. And then in 4, it's the same way. You know, Naomi, Mei Ling, they all have basic bitch American accents. And
I don't even remember them being different in the remake. I think you're just pretending because you never played it.
I'm gonna bring it up and show you right now.
You're gonna have to. I'm gonna bring it up. You know what's funny? I actually just saw a thing with David Hayter and the guy who plays Liquid Snake. Did you guys see that? Didn't I post that in there where they did like the Night Before Christmas and their voices for the game?
No.
And then they added like Metal Gear shit to it. It's pretty fucking awesome. It gave me a boner.
Are you guys psyched for Death Stranding?
Fuck yeah. I don't think it's going to release until the PlayStation 5 comes out, honestly.
Or it might be like a dual release.
Right at the end, yeah, where it's going to come out for both.
Yeah, something like that. But let's listen to this original Mei Ling, all right? Check it out. You guys be the judge. Here's the original. Hopefully there's no... Here we go. All right. All right. Here we go.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake.
Solid Snake.
But I'm surprised.
Well, let me go ahead and
So
find
racist,
her.
dude. What do you got against Asians, dude?
Hold on. No, I missed that snake, by the way, where he was kind of like...
Which one was that? Was that the overdone one?
That was the original.
It just sounded normal to me.
No, it didn't.
like
Now
Mei
we're going to do the other one, Twin Snakes. Here we go. Fuck.
I like how he already has these pulled up, like, instantly.
No, I'm looking them up.
Don't
Well,
lie,
I can't...
dude.
Man, I can't find...
Exactly.
I can't find footage from Twin Snakes.
Just type in Mei Ling, Twin Snakes.
Okay, well, I did.
Probably pull up a parody porn or something.
So the thing with this game, the reason
There's some quiet. I came across some Metal Gear 5 quiet porn where
Oh,
it was
gosh.
boss fucking railing her in the chopper. Like, and it looked like somebody modded. It was like a hack. I don't know what it was, but it was like the
Oh
fucking...
yeah, those are
graphics
fucking
again.
hilarious. Like when she's showering and they took like her clothes off and all the dudes are
But
down there
no,
watching her.
it's
That's
got
so
like Big
funny.
Boss. It's got Big Boss in the chopper, and he's
Yeah.
fucking dicking her up, and she's got like these dead eyes, you know, because she's just like a animated thing. But it's ridiculous. Man.
This game, see, the thing is I really like this series, and the thing is, this game came out, and yeah, we're bringing back Frank West from the original games, and then we see him, and it's like, that's not Frank West. That doesn't look like the same fucking guy. And like, this is the new system, so they have to redo the fucking design of the character.
He's older.
And it doesn't look like him. They made him more like a Bruce Campbell type of character, but he already was that. So it's weird.
Hey, I found a video from Twin Snakes that's an introduction to Naomi and Mei Ling. Naomi's a dead giveaway because she had that British accent, right? You know, oh, hello, Snake. She like, oh, top of the morning.
No, she doesn't talk like
Yeah,
that.
she didn't talk like that, man.
Yeah, she doesn't talk like that at all. She doesn't sound like fucking Jim Carrey.
Look. Wait, I gotta hear this, Naomi.
It's Snake.
Hard to move.
Here she is.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent Mia. This is Alaska, you know.
Good time, mate.
Yeah, where's the Australian accent?
That's the
He said British, but he's doing Australian accent.
Listen, that's the Twin Snakes. That's when they Americanized her. That's when they fixed her.
She sounded like that in the other one too.
No, she didn't. I'm gonna find it right now.
That just sounded fine.
You're probably finding a video where they cover.
See, I'm probably more used to the Twin Snakes, so I'll probably just tell you that the Twin Snakes version sounds better.
No. So here we go. Well, I'm not questioning whether you're gonna like one or the other better or not. I'm just trying to.
Hey, remember how I pissed in this? It's still here. It's still setting.
Okay,
here.
look. Here's Naomi in the old.
Can you hear me?
Wait.
It's
Yeah.
Naomi.
Yeah.
This is Twin
Nothing's
Snakes.
different.
Fuck. No, it's Twin Snakes again. Shush your mouth.
See, you can't even decide the difference. You don't even know. Fuck you.
Hold on. I'm gonna find it, man. All right, done app. I'm not crazy. Here we go. All right, McDonald Miller. God, where the fuck is Naomi? This is so difficult to prove you guys wrong. Why are they making it so hard on me? Oh, there's a video. Video game voice comparisons of Naomi. Fuck
Dude,
me.
Why
this
didn't
is-
you just write that in
Yeah,
right
you could've
away?
typed- that's what I thought he had.
Here we
That's what
go.
I thought he typed in.
Listen. This is the first Metal Gear Solid. It's only like a minute long. So.
Why's your phone keep buffering?
Yeah, you keep like cutting out or
No,
something.
listen. Here it is. Oh, it's the Japanese voice actor.
She's just like, "Hello, mate. What else, mate?"
Yeah, they're comparing the Japanese to the fucking English one. That's great.
I give up.
Welcome
I give
to
up.
Twitch, where Aaron has
Take-
failed.
Take my word for it, though. So wait, do you guys like the Twin Snakes version better?
I'm probably
Well,
more
of
used
course.
to it.
See, I'm not. I played the fucking regular.
I played the regular.
No,
a
I
shit
played
ton.
I played the demo on a jam pack so much before I got the game. I wore
That's
it
what
out.
we
and,
did.
Yeah, and it was just the Shadow Moses, like the initial.
One thing
like,
I remember
mission
is that they changed
Yeah, as
the
soon as you
name.
go through the little tunnel, it cuts and you can't play.
One
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
I remember is that they changed the voice actor for. It wasn't the same guy doing the DARPA chief anymore for fucking Ninja. It was a different guy
Yeah,
in the Twin Snakes.
but I finally got the game, man, and we had played that first part so much that we just had to have it, and we played that game so much. We played it a million times, and I'm one of those people that was blown away when fucking Mantis knew what my memory card was, and he knew what I was playing, and it was really cool. I don't know. I never played Twin Snakes, and even then, we didn't get Twin Snakes until I don't know when that came out. Probably like 2002 or 3, something like that. So Metal Gear Solid, we'd already been playing Metal Gear Solid for like 4 years at that point. So
Can I send you what, Adrian?
yeah, this scares me. What do you want to? Can you send it to me? Yeah, with Zach, you want to send him like a dick pic? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know. I sent him my hemorrhoid, and that was pretty dark.
I know, man. He's making a Christmas request right now. You can't deny him. I'm hearing audio from the game finally. What's up with that?
You are?
I assume it is, unless it's Mac's phone or something.
Mac's an idiot. Fuck Mac.
Oh, he's gonna prove us wrong. He's gonna show something to us.
Yeah, Naomi sounds normal.
Naomi sounds normal. That tells us what he means. Normal is subjective.
Is this the original game though?
Yes.
All his blood's been drained out too. Drained.
Oh, the piss bottle. Adrian the Omega wants my piss bottle.
But the chief only died a few hours ago.
Should I sign it?
Right.
See, she's got an accent.
Decompose.
What could it all be about?
Something in his blood that they wanted.
I doubt it. Just the
Yeah, she sounds better in Twin Snakes. Fuck you, Aaron.
I'm just confused because you said British and then you did Australian.
Because
So
I
which one
can't
is-
fucking do that. Everything turns on. You know what? Maybe she's supposed to be South African because wasn't she like raised up in that area?
Yeah.
With, so it's
Fucking
probably like
Zanzibar.
so it's probably like South African or something like that. I don't know.
With their brother Gray Fox.
Anyway, that's my favorite. It's got the best characters. I love the ninja. I love Liquid Snake.
So
And
then you need to play the remake.
I do want to play it. But
He
I
wants you to
love,
hurt him even more. It's fucking great.
I like Cam Clark. Obviously Leonardo. He's one of the greatest voice actors ever. I like hearing him as he's overly dramatic. Brother, everything's so fucking just in your face. He's so flamboyant. But I liked it.
You liked it enough to where they remade it and you didn't give a fuck to play it. What a
Exactly.
soy boy
He loves
bitch.
it.
I watched my brother play it.
Dude, that's like beating. That's like letting. Well, I guess if you let someone else beat you off, it's better. But
What was I don't know what I was playing at the time. I was probably playing something else at the time. I don't remember. But me and my brother shared a room when that came out, and he was pretty much always on the games. Like I never even got a shot to play it, but I did other stuff. Like I was into guitar and I was doing music stuff. So he was like literally always on the fucking PlayStation or the GameCube. So we had RE0, we had the RE remake, and we had Twin Snakes, and he just had that shit on lockdown. He had it totally monopolized. So, and whatever. So I would be there in the room playing guitar or something, strumming, watching him play. And I'm like, all right. So I
That
don't know.
sounds dank. Adrian wants that piss in the bottle signed, and he wants you to send it to him, Zach.
Instagram
Zach
piss in a bottle part 8.
bottle.
He wants
Zach
the
piss
original
in a
Instagram
bottle.
piss in a bottle part 8.
Exactly.
That's gonna be worth a lot of money someday, Adrian. But the Omega.
Maybe.
I almost called him Adrian the Mendoza again.
That's awesome. It's like a wrestling name.
They both work. Hey, we got a few more viewers online, man. Somebody speak up. Somebody say hi.
Figures now that we're lagging.
It always disturbs me when there's people watching and they don't want to say hi. I mean, do we smell? Do we stink? Is that what it is? Don't be afraid.
It's actually Naomi. She's spying on you.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, so we basically just wanted to do this game because it takes place on Christmas, and
I don't see anything Christmassy.
I haven't gotten outside to see the Christmas shit yet.
I'm drinking some hot tea because I've been sicky.
So Zach, what's the point of this one again? Like, what happens? I never played it yet. I played 3.
It's because you're a bitch.
I haven't played anything past that.
It's because you're a bitch.
Hey, Omega
yeah.
wants you to autograph it, man. You got to send that bottle
That's what I already
signed.
said.
You did?
Where were you?
Both you got to do it since you guys are near each other.
We'll mix it. He'll
Near
send
each
it to
other, he
me.
lives like
I'll
4
piss
hours
it
away
up.
from me.
2.5.
Look at Aaron. He
that's pretty
doesn't
close.
even know what's going on.
So he'll piss in one, and I'll piss in it, and we'll shake it up, and then we'll send it to you.
Zach,
And
if
then
you were
gotta
two,
piss in it.
Zach, if you were only 2.5 hours away from me, man, I'd be coming down once a month and a bunch of podcasts in person for the month. That's not that far. I'd make that trip.
What the fuck you waiting for, Ned? You're like 5 hours.
Because you're not
away.
2.5 hours away, dick.
How far away are you?
I live in Arizona.
Oh yeah, that's fucking far.
I live in Phoenix, man. Well, stalks myself. Nobody come looking for me. I had a stalker once that almost happened. I'm like, no,
I have your address actually because you sent it to me.
that's fine. I mean, whatever.
That's so crazy that guy that was.
He
gonna
also
give you
sent
that
us his
mask lived
fucking,
literally right down the road from you.
Yeah, he also said
I know that was nuts. I mean, he lived in the same like burb
That's
town
like-
of Phoenix that I
Like
did.
the whole fucking Michael Myers Facebook group.
Yeah, before
and,
the
like, I
joke
get
isn't
that
funny
guy.
anymore, shut the fuck up so I can say he also sent
Sorry,
us
we
his
don't
credit
care what
card
you're gonna say.
information.
listen. I could have walked to his house in 5 minutes. He lived
Yeah,
just
right.
blocks away.
Hey,
It
he
was
also
absolutely
you
crazy.
also sent us your credit card information like a retard.
Yeah, that was an accident.
That was donk.
But no, he lived. So I live in one neighborhood. I live in one neighborhood, and right across the main road is another neighborhood, and I usually like jog through there. He lived in that neighborhood. It was pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
That's,
That's
probably why.
crazy.
That's probably why the sale never happened, because he couldn't screw me over because he'd have to meet me in person, and I would know where he lived. But it
That's
worked out for the
crazy.
best.
Yeah, from me to you, it would take 1 day and 3 hours.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys are more than welcome to drive out here. You guys always have a place to stay.
Nah,
but,
dude, I'd rather sleep for a day.
Yeah.
I'd rather fuck your ass and then leave.
I do think if you guys ever want to do that thing, we're going to LA, you guys should just come here and like,
Cover
you
your
know,
mouth.
we could drive from here to LA. Why not?
That'd be donk. You could just pay both our ways too.
Yeah, that'll work.
And then you could take
guys gotta
us and
earn it
our
somehow.
buddy Lucas out. You could it's all on you. You're buying.
Oh yeah, Lucas wants us to call him again.
That'd be dog.
What? Call him for what though?
I died.
Just like because we usually randomly just call him when we're doing stuff.
Call him right now.
For this?
Yeah, why not? Just be like, hey, what's up? What do you think about Metal Gear Solid?
All right, hold on a minute.
Mac is succumbing to the peer pressure.
I'm scared.
Oh yeah, Mendoza, we'd have so much fun. You talking about in LA? Of course we would. LA is a weird place. It's if you guys have never been there, I don't know if you have or not, but it's worth visiting. It's kind of cool just because it is what it is, and we've been looking at LA culture and stuff in the movies our whole lives. But once you've been there, you're good. Like me personally, I would never want to live there. It's cool to spend a week there, but it's like, all right. You'll realize it's good to see what it's really like when it's not on TV and how it's portrayed and stuff like that, and just how weird everybody is. Oh, Mendoza likes LA. See, I don't like LA at all. I think it's a dump. And obviously, there's different parts of LA. You know, it's just like anywhere else where you have a big chunk of LA where it's Mexican neighborhoods and stuff like that. And then you have, you know, Santa Monica, and then you have like West Hollywood and stuff like that. Where it's
Santa Monica.
totally different planet. Burbank. I like Orange County a lot. That's a place that I could see myself living at if I had the cash flow.
Dude, I love Orange County. It's a good movie.
The movie, but it's really nice though because it's like suburbia on crack, and the cool thing is you're right on the.
So it's a hellhole. See, you're talking
40
about how it's a dump, and then you're like, "Oh, this place is cool."
Now,
And then you name
Orange
something that
County.
sucks.
Orange County's nice. It's not LA County, and the cool thing about that is with the way traffic is, you're like 45 minutes from downtown Los Angeles and shit. If you want to go, if there's something cool going on, some kind of event, but you don't have to sleep in that shit, you know, make the commute back home, and it's really quiet. It's a lot of old people, a big, large Vietnamese community. You know, they got Disneyland and all that shit, and they employ a lot of the town, but it's got a lot of money pumped into it, a lot of rich kids and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Well, Adrian, my thing with LA too is that it's super spread out. It's just you have to drive. It's the way it's laid out. You have to have a car, which is fine, but traffic is horrendous, and everything is just spread out so far. It takes forever and a day to get anywhere. You know, most people spend like a sixth of their day in traffic there, and I couldn't deal with it. If I lived in LA, I'd have to make sure that I was working from home. You know, that would be all right, but I'm not jealous of anybody I know that lives there. They're always posting on social media and stuff, you know, with their foot on the dash and stuff because they're just sitting in traffic, you know, playing their fucking Game Boys because they're at a standstill. I'm not about that life. Won't do it.
You're not about anything fucking cool. Not about doing meth either. Fuck boy.
You're gonna find that too. I mean, I don't know what drugs they do there, but if you go and walk the Sunset Strip or the Hollywood Boulevard and stuff like that after hours, you're gonna find the fucking weirdos, man. You're gonna find the creeps that do a lot
people
of
that know how to
something.
party.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna find a lot of. When I walk the strip after hours, you see a lot of those people that you can tell they migrated to Hollywood like 20 years ago with the ambitions to make it in the business, whatever that business is. And you could tell that they failed and they just never left. And instead of, you know, making a career, they made a drug addiction instead. And so they're like, they'll be on the strip dancing and stuff and singing for money with signs. And I literally watched this one guy. He was there every night and he had like bleach blonde David Lee Roth hair. He had fucking alligator skin. And you could tell he arrived, like I said, 2 decades ago, and he never left. He's been living in the sun ever since. And he had like his wiener tucked between his legs, like Buffalo Bill or whatever. He was just he was singing like Lady Gaga, "Born This Way" for $1. I'm like, all right, here you go, man.
And you know what's great is that guy. You'll never know what it's like to be free like that guy is free.
Yeah, true that. And you know what? I assume he's homeless. And if you are homeless, that's the place to live. And I never understood why, you know, my heart goes out to anybody that's homeless, but I never understood why people who live in the Northeast who are homeless still lived in the Northeast. My thing is, if you're homeless, you can live anywhere. Gather up enough change and stuff to migrate to the West where it's warm, because fuck, I would do whatever I could to get to Hawaii. Maybe that's not so doable, but wouldn't you want to be homeless where it's warm, where you can like wander a beach all night or something? You know, I don't know. Like I saw those people like in New York and stuff in the winter, and that looks miserable as fuck. You know, because they're freezing and they're all trying to get inside 24-hour McDonald's and shit like that and loiter until they get kicked out. And I don't know. That's just me. I don't know what it is.
It's your soy boyness.
I guess
you don't want to be homeless in the cold.
I'd want to be those good old Venice Beach homeless drug addicts.
Why are we fucking lagging? Why? Why is that happening?
I don't know. Let's see here. I wish you other guys would show yourself. Come on, man. Somebody say hi. I want to say hi. Mac, what'd you get for Christmas, man?
Nothing really.
Not a damn thing?
I mean, I bought that cat for myself, and I bought let's see, Call of Duty Blackout.
How much did they pay to buy that cat, though?
$1 billion.
They gave you that money and you took the cat for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
That's
then
dog.
let's see. I don't know. Nothing really.
Join the club. Hey, did you Mendoza? Did you tell us what you got for Christmas? I think I asked you, and I'm not sure I ever got an answer. Gage told us he got a bunch of workout shit. But Gage, he's saying right now that LA, it looks fucking expensive. I don't see how broke people live there, dude. It is. I don't understand. Everybody migrates there because it's the epicenter of entertainment, I guess. So if you want to make it, people think you have to be there, which I think, obviously, if you want to act and stuff like that, yeah, I guess. But there's a lot of things you can do remotely now. Like if you want to be in the industry in a different way, whether it's like back end stuff or writing or whatever, you don't have to live there anymore. I mean, I guess you're bound. I guess it's easier to make more connections if you're like living there day in, day out and fucking going to Panera Breads down the street on the Sunset Boulevard, maybe. But people think they have to live there, and it's ridiculous. It's if you don't want to do that shit, there's absolutely no reason to live there. I don't know. It's so expensive. Because like you can go there and you can get like a tiny ass 200 square foot studio apartment in Chinatown of all places, and you're going to pay like $1,200 a month. You know, I pay a mortgage for that, you know, here. And it's not even it's a no brainer for me. If I want to go to LA that bad, I'll drive to LA. It's not a big deal. You know, 4 hours. San Diego's the same way. It's so expensive to live there. It's not worth it. I mean, maybe if I had enough money, it'd be nice living in a beach community. But that's the only difference between like Phoenix and places in California is you get a coast, and you pay for that convenience. You pay to live near a beach. That's it. And they do have better weather. It's a little bit more consistent because you got that coastline. It never gets too terribly cold. It never gets too terribly hot. Arizona gets fucking hot as shit. Arizona.
You gotta hang out, drink your Noxzema. You gotta shave your face with some Noxzema. Hang out in Arizona.
Yeah, Adrian got nothing for Christmas. He said, "I'm sorry, man."
I did get a Keurig from my mom. I guess.
Oh, that's pretty. Why didn't you mention that? It's a good gift, man. I use my Keurig every day.
I don't really drink coffee.
I thought you
drink tea.
I thought you got a new Cure album or something. I was like,
I did the Cure.
You can make. Look, I make tea in it. You can make hot cocoa in it.
I know, dude. I got hot cocoa with it, baby.
Which hot cocoa did you get? I get the Starbucks dark hot chocolate, the Keurig cake.
Of course, you get the worst sound.
You like dark chocolate? You fucking sick fuck.
It's really good though, man. You should try it. Well, I need to look. I'm willing to experiment with some more hot chocolates, but it's really, really good. I like it, and I drink coffee, so black coffee.
Gross.
Of course you do, because you like dark chocolate. You like all the shit.
Yeah. Well,
never drink this stuff.
It's the way. It's me getting older though, man. I like all the shit I didn't like when I was a kid. So when I was a kid,
yeah, because everything's shit.
Well, I'd get mad when I'd get mad. No, hold on. When you were done with all your good candy in your Halloween bag, I was mad. I always left the dark chocolate Hershey Kisses, the perfect dark or what special dark.
Oh, that's fucking gross, dude. I don't.
But that was the last thing that's the last thing you went to. And then once you got through those, it was then okay. Well, now I got Smarties, and I'm not gonna eat those.
Smarties are fucking dog.
Smarties are fucking awesome. What are you talking, dude? I don't even want to hear this story.
Anyway, but as I've gotten older, I've grown to like dark chocolate. Same way I've grown to like. I used to hate steamed cabbage when I was a kid. I like that.
The fuck?
I like black coffee, where it tastes like fucking motor oil, but now I've grown an acquired taste for it. I don't know. Taste buds change.
He likes dick now too, Adrian.
That just changed. Oh yeah. One day I woke up and I'm like,
I want dick.
You know what? Kielbasa sounds really good today. Every day.
Oh shit.
Kielbasa sausage.
I used to hate sauerkraut. And shit.
Dude. It's gross.
Yeah.
Must be that Arizona water, baby.
Living in Arizona.
Have any of you guys ever been to Arizona? Mendoza's been to LA. You ever been out to Arizona?
You haven't lived till you saw a grown man beat the shit out of somebody with a present. That's fucking donk. This is fucking
Oh, that's right. You're talking about the game. I'm wondering what the fuck he's talking about. Like we're playing a game still.
What a fucking retard. What a fucking
finally, Aaron. I told you it was delicious.
I told you Nick Cannon was hilarious. No, it's all right.
Nick Cannon just walked away with your school clothes money.
No, you know what? I have a dick. I know what those things can smell like sometimes. I'm all right with not having one in my mouth. That's just a personal preference, but more power to you. You know, someone's got to suck dicks, so I'm glad somebody else is there to do it, so I don't got to do it.
Did you see-
Arizona's the shit. No, seriously, have you been to Arizona? I mean, if you have, I love it here, man. It's beautiful views, good hiking if that's your thing, perfect camping weather at the right time of year. And I don't know, we don't have a beach. It's like California without the beaches, but
beach.
the affordability is
We
here.
have corn.
I've been there too, but it's affordable to live here, right? I'm pretty close. I can drive to Mexico. You know, if I want a beach, I can drive across the Mexican border.
I've
I
done
can
that, and it was pretty fucking scary.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's places you can go. We have a place that everybody goes here. That's just a couple hours away. That's like a beach resort town, and or you can go to San Diego. It's like, you know, a few hours away. It's not a big deal. You know, I live a few hours from Vegas. It's like I'd rather live pretty close to cool shit and just take weekend trips or day trips, and not have to pay an arm and a leg to live there. It's not a big deal to me.
I'd rather not live in a fucking desert. Bacon boy.
Yeah, you'd
Actually,
rather-
Courtney, my ex, was from there, from Arizona.
Oh, wait, what part?
Well, she moved there and then came back. I don't know. That was as far as we got.
Oh, you don't know why she came back?
I think her family just had to move.
Oh, okay. It's cool. Well, Arizona is a very diverse state, kind of like California. It's like if
Hot.
Here in Phoenix, it's super hot, super hot. We don't get snow, but the winters are perfect. Like, you know, we get 60 to 70 degree highs, but it always looks the same.
You
like,
get that
from a
fucking
picture-
high off like
No,
the,
from a
the
picture, it's like
cheapest
the sun's
weed?
always shining. And but if I were to go just an hour north, you know, and you hit like Prescott, or you go up to Flagstaff or Sedona, they have pine trees, they get snow. It's like you can have the best of both worlds. If you miss snow, which I never do, just take a day trip up north, go up there. It's cool, and you don't have to stay there. There
What
you
if
go.
I want to stay there, bitch?
Well, I mean, then more power to you. I mean,
What if
fuck
I
yourself.
don't want to
give a
live
shit.
where it's fucking always hot and dry, bitch? Maybe I like fucking
water.
different shit.
I mean,
Maybe I want to live somewhere where it's hot, rainy, and snowy at the same time.
go to New Zealand.
Oh, we get that here.
Yeah, I don't know. People always talk about like dry heat versus humidity, and I've lived, and I could say that no, humidity's worse. It's definitely worse. Some people come to Arizona like, oh my god, it's so, because you're getting steamed basically there. You know, it feels like you're getting steamed, and you have to change your underwear 4 times a day because you get swamp ass, and it's just disgusting. Here in the dry heat, it just feels like you're in a convectional oven. You know, it's like it doesn't really produce a lot of sweat or anything. It just feels like your skin's on fire, which honestly is way more tolerable because it's so dry. I can wear the same outfit all day long. I don't sweat. It's not gross. It's way better. I can deal with it. And since like you have a car with AC, hopefully, and you have a home with AC, and you're going to work where you have AC, you don't really have to be in that shit too much. It's
Yeah,
not
let's
that
hope you have a home with AC, or you might fucking rage.
No, it's a big deal here. No, it's a big deal here. Like, you know, if your AC goes out, you know, your job is going to understand. Like, oh yeah, fucking stay home today. Get that stuff fixed. Call someone out. Get that fixed. And here in Arizona, it is state law that you can't deny anybody water. If somebody comes up to your front door, knocks on it, says, "Hey, can I get a cup of water?" You have to give them water because it's just a serious biz here.
Oh, that fucking.
Even if they have
let the
even if they have-
government
they have a
into
gun.
everything.
Even if they have a gun, I've wondered where like the stipulations are there. Like, where's the gray area?
You fucking stupid. Let the government in anything. You just don't want the free markets to decide the water intake.
Hey,
Fucker.
we're gonna rob your house and give me a water.
Hey, I see Gage. I'd like to go. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've never known Lake Havasu City. Now, Lake Havasu, am I saying it right? I don't even know. Isn't that where they had the Jason Voorhees underwater that they removed finally? The chained up Jason, you know, at the bottom of the lake.
I heard it's still there.
Oh, maybe it's still there, but that was here, and I don't know.
You should go under the water and take a selfie with it and then send it to us.
You should rub
That'd
your
be
dick
pretty
in
funny.
its face.
Yeah, you should with your dick in his face.
It is
That'd
a
be
cool
great.
law, man. I think so technically I think you can do that at restaurants too, because in the Midwest where I come from, I used to work for a town that employed a lot of international people. They were involved with sponsorship programs and stuff, and we'd have these people from Europe come to work where I worked. And they would be walking around town and they didn't know any better. They'd be out on a bike or walking from place to place because a lot of them didn't have cars, because they just got there. And they'd wander into like a random fucking Ruby Tuesdays restaurant or something and be like, yes, can I have some water? And the person at the host stand be like, you gonna buy some shit? Get the fuck out of here. And they were just so taken aback by that. But I don't know. It is crazy how like people don't serve you water.
Oh,
Like,
fucking,
fuck
Me and Zach got piss in a bottle.
That's
They
a
take that.
big government. Stop it, Aaron.
You can filter.
Stop
You
fucking
can filter.
telling him that.
Well, all the while we have a fucking guy that owns Nestle that thinks he owns the water. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that guy's fucking awesome. He does own the
guy,
water.
the guy who owns Nestle owns all the. He wants to own the water. Fuck that guy.
You just
As long
go
as he
wherever
puts
you
some
fucking
big-ass
want.
Nesquik in it.
Go into fucking California just while they're having a drought. Just fucking get some water out of their fucking drought.
Hey Zach, have you guys ever seen that video where Bill Gates was putting money into that machine that would purify all
shit
water?
into water? Yeah.
Yeah. It was supposed to turn shit into water, and like the video they took was ridiculous because it
Was
was
it someone taking a shit?
It was this giant contraption where the fucking sewage, toilet water, shit water goes into, and it's this big old fucking machine. And then like he has a little bitty like paper like office cone cup, and he puts it down under the spout where it comes through purified, and it's just like a little bit. And he goes like he's trying to endorse his own product here, and he just barely takes the lightest sip. Yep, it's clean. Like wow.
And he's
I
like,
have not-
Cut the goddamn carrot. Cut it.
Yeah, it was the most pathetic looking sip I've ever seen in my life. He's like, yeah, it's good. Endorse this product. It's going to change the future. It was like, well, I have no faith in you. If you don't, I want to see you chug that shit water. And then
I want to see him put
it.
his mouth under it like a fucking slushy machine. Ice cream machine.
I don't want to fucking buy anything from you. Don't make me buy shit from this retard.
I already bought the Xbox, bitch.
Yeah, anyway. How long you guys want to do the stream for? We've been going pretty we've been a while. Minutes.
You can stop whatever, bitch.
Yeah, we probably need to wrap it up here soon. It's getting kind of late. Let's go to bed.
Merry fucking Christmas, guys. It was a good Christmas.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining, man. We
I was
appreciate
joking. It
it.
wasn't a good Christmas. Christmas is never good. Fuck
Hold
Christmas.
on, Gage. Oh, my bad. Oh, Gage and Adrian are chatting though, but I'm curious what he's saying. One night that happened. You lived in St. Louis your whole life, Gage? Gage, you lived in St. Louis, dude? We're gonna be at Kansas City Crypticon. Why don't you come to Kansas City? It's a few hours drive, but we'll be there in July.
Me and Mac went to
We
St.
live not that
Louis
far away.
once when we were kids.
Yeah, so you should go, man. Kansas City Crypticon. I forgot the dates. I want to say it's the weekend of July 12th off the top of my head. I don't remember, but you should come out to that. Zach's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Riverman's going to be there. Mac, have you decided?
Are you trying to get him to come or not? Like, why did you tell him I'll be there?
Yeah, I know. If you don't want to get molested, maybe consider not going. But Mac, are you going to go? Have you thought about it?
Yeah. It's still like a yes, maybe. One of those.
Yes, maybe. Well, we got the rooms and all that stuff, and and we gotta talk to Josh James. I forgot to ask him when we did the last commentary he was on a couple weeks ago, but he was supposedly down, but I don't know. He's from that area.
He says he's already planned on going and meeting you guys.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, 12th to the 14th. That's right. So for sure, man. Looking forward to seeing anybody that's in the area. See, I thought the Midwest was a smart move. Kind of for being in the middle and stuff, being accessible. But anyway. Thank you guys. I think that's all. I think we're gonna hop off and call it a night. You guys have anything else you want to say, Mac or Zach?
I'm gonna take a duck ass selfie.
You're gonna take a selfie on the game?
Fuck the dumb shit.
All right. I think we're out here, man. When's that Shining commentary happening, Zach? Hey, that just dropped. It actually dropped today, by the way. On that.
Yeah, the Shining I'm on, and then our next our fucking Saves Christmas will come out tomorrow.
Our what Christmas?
Saves Christmas.
What are we talking about?
Saves Christmas.
Yeah, the Saving Christmas. It's called Saving Christmas.
Whatever the fuck it's called. Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas. Like it should have been the sequel to Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yeah, so The Shining on the R-rated horror commentary, that's out now with Zach. And then the Kirk Cameron comes out, I think, tomorrow, Saving Christmas. That was a lot of fun.
Tuna Hood came out today.
Mhm.
That was a lot of fun. And yeah,
Back
Leprechaun
to the
2, Back to the Hood came out today. We got shit tons of content. And then I don't know, Gage. I don't think you were on the other day. I'm not sure, but we did our live stream marathon for Christmas specials. I don't know. Zach's probably going to start putting those up whenever he gets time, little by little. But we did 4 different specials, so you guys, you can watch that on Twitch now, or it'll start going up episodically on YouTube over probably the next 2 weeks. But anyway, Adrian's going to finish watching porn. Gage, take it easy, man. All you guys, Merry Christmas, and I think we're going to be out, man. Bye.
Get ready for a fucking dog-ass year from back in Zach and BTM, baby. It's gonna be dog. We're gonna fucking suck all your cocks. You're gonna just be sitting around here. We're gonna show up to your house and start sucking them dicks right up. We're gonna fucking let you bust your nuts all up in our fucking grills. It's gonna be dog. And then just whenever you think we're fucking, just when you think we have it all figured out, we're gonna change the fucking question. And then we're gonna suck your cocks again. And it's gonna be fucking awesome. Bye though.